Why can't I just be happy? Have you ever asked that question? You are watching this and thinking, oh, she's so lucky she lives there, in the beautiful nature, in a beautiful town. I gotta tell you that even though I wish I was happy in that moment that I was there and I was recording that. It was that weather, foggy, dark, that's my favorite. But I promise you, I was not enjoying that. That video was from last year. Most of these videos are from last year. And I'm in a beautiful nature. I'm in a beautiful place. I'm recording a kind of a static video, okay? I can promise you in that time, I was not happy. I was stressing about my Instagram account. I was stressing about the most absurd things and most absurd people that did not care about me. And plus of the things that I said, add some of my overthinking and my crazy brain making excuses to ruin my life. So have you ever asked yourself, why can't I just be happy? I try to fix that a little bit for myself and for you. So keep on watching. First one, why can't I just be happy? Okay. A couple of days ago, I caught myself losing hope in every part of my life. I was cooking. And I was like, this is all for nothing. I'm going nowhere in life. I'm making no progress. This is all meaningless. And I was also caring about how other people would perceive me because I'm doing things. You know, the problem with pursuing something on social media is that everyone can see your progress or your failure. You know, like if you make it, everyone would know. If you do not make it, they also would know. So I was like, this is not worth it. And you're making a fool out of yourself. And everyone that you know is watching that. You're not making it. You're not making any progress. So you're failing. You're a loser. And everyone knows that. So isn't it better to just stop it all and go back to your fucking comfort zone so I am safe? Do you know who I am is? That's your ego. Yeah, the fucking ego. We don't like that ego. Because more than that, it does good for you. It does harm. So, in that moment that I was just losing hope, I think my soul came in and it was kind of fighting. There was a fight between my ego and my soul. My soul came in and stopped telling me this. Why can't I just be happy? There is a sky. Keep on listening. There is a sky. There is rain. There is air. There is jungle. There is animals. There is flowers. There is food. There is coffee. There is cats. There is beautiful souls. There is books. There is your cooking. There is shopping. There is fruits. There is noodle. There is your favorite show. There is your warm blanket. There is your couch. There is your eyes. There is your health. There is the kind of God, there is the kind of power that you believe in. There is sunlight. There is your good friend. There is going out with a friend. there is your smile. And so I asked myself, isn't that all enough? You've been blessed with all of that. You have been born. You exist here. Have you ever seen those big mountains? How magnificent they are? You are existing in the same place, on the same planet that they do. Do you know how amazing nature is? You're a part of that shit.
And all of that, you guys, that was my soul preaching to me, which I really needed that. Because as I said, I'm always stressed most of the time. That I don't know where it comes from. The older that I get, being in that constant state of stress, it just gets more normal. And I get used to it. 3 years ago, it could never be normal. But right now it is. I'm like, well, yeah. Do you remember when we were kids? Most of the time we were happy. I read it somewhere. The reason why kids are happy, and you were happy, so happy when you were a kid, because you were living in the present. Kids live in the present. They don't think about the past or the future. When was the last time you really, really, really enjoyed an ice cream? When I was a kid, whenever I could get my hands on ice cream, I would enjoy the shit out of it. And I would get really excited about the ice cream. But right now, all I can think about is just, yeah, it has sugar in it. It's not good for my skin. Why can't I just be happy? Let me tell you a story. There was a girl. She was around 17, 16. And she wanted to have a job when she got out of college. So fucking bad. Because in her family and everyone around her, no one had a job. Most girls that she knew when they were 18, they would drop out of high school, never go to college, and just find a job at supermarkets or at the mall, or get married. That those were the only options. So it was her nightmare. The closer she was getting to 18, the more scared she was. And her mom was always telling her that you're gonna end up like your sister. She got out of school, she got a job at supermarket, and soon enough she's gonna marry someone. And that is what you're gonna do. You gotta get out of high school, find a job, maybe not, and you're absolutely fucking sure that you're gonna get married soon, like by the age of 19, 20. And she was terrified of both of them working at a supermarket, and worse than that, getting married. Not that working on supermarket is the worst thing, but since she was obsessed and loved going to college, and the picture that her mom was painting for her, now going to college, working in a supermarket, it was a nightmare for her. And it did not happen. She got into college. She studied so hard so she could go to college that she could afford. She went in a college that she didn't have to pay any money because it was a good college. So she did that. And her family, they didn't have any excuse because they didn't have to pay for anything. She was kind of paying for herself, for her college. And after 4 years of studying there, she graduated and she got a job. Now she's a teacher. She works 3 days a week. The other days she's off. She can use her time to do whatever she wants. She's 24 years old, and she can just write essays, books, and do other things and make even more money by being a teacher. She is working in a small business, an online shop, and she's also working on her YouTube. And she's making enough amount of money to live and enjoy. Buy the things she wants, go to places. And you would think since she has gotten most of the things that she wanted since the age 17, 18, she must be happy and content and grateful and happy. You know, the holy, rare word, feeling, being happy. The happiness. But is she? I don't know if you have realized this, but the girl in this story is me. That was literally everything that happened to me since I was 17, 18. Exactly. That was a real story, yeah. But I'm asking myself if I'm happy. I get the dream. I'm obviously grateful. Yes, I am every single day. But happy? No, I'm not happy. Because every single day, what I think about, what I don't have. Oh, have you seen that girl that you were in high school with? She's going to live in Germany. She is going abroad. Or have you seen the other girl? She has a job and she has a car. She has gotten married. Even though, guys, I love to have a car. I literally obsessed with having a car. Yeah, but I don't want to get married. But still, I judge myself sometimes. I'm like, oh, she has gotten married. You're not married. I'm like, I don't even want to get married. Why would I care about that? But I do love to have a car. And if someone points at the fact that I don't have a car, I feel really insecure. And I tell myself that, oh, you're just living and sitting there making stupid videos on Instagram and YouTube. And what are you doing? It doesn't matter you have a job and that so many others don't. They work 24/7 and they make even less than you're making. Why can't I just be grateful, truly? Why can't I just enjoy the things that I have? I go buy groceries, food that I want, because growing up I couldn't have anything that I want. I would ask my mom to buy that snack and she would she would say no, we can't afford that. So growing up I couldn't even have the food that I wanted. So now I can afford it with my own money. I can buy clothes and stuff that I want, but I'm not happy. I buy those stuff, and I could cook for myself, but the first thing that comes to my mind after I bought them and I'm getting out of the supermarket, I'm thinking about how much money I have left. Or I'm thinking that, oh, you're wasted your money. You spend too much. Rather than being grateful that I get to have this food. I get to buy things that I like. Growing up, I couldn't. Now I can. You should be happy, girl. You should enjoy it. You should be grateful. You should enjoy it when you're cooking the meal, when you're eating the meal. Honey, you are deserving to enjoy your food. You deserve to be happy and live in the moment. You know, with the current attitude, with the current mindset, you would have other dreams that you have right now. You have a dream of having a car. Okay, you would have a car and you would want something else. You would be like, okay, I have a car, whatever. I want the other thing. And you're asking, why can't I be happy? That's why you're not living in the moment. You're worrying about the future, about other people. They're not even thinking about you. Girl, we are into this together. You needed to watch this and don't waste any more of your time that you have been given. Everything that you have, it's a blessing. Try to train your mind to see it that way. Because it is. Don't waste your time, because the happiness, the perfect moment that you're seeking would never, I promise you, it would never come. If you keep saying things like that and experiencing your time and your life, which is very short, you're gonna lose it all. So next time, don't ask yourself, why can't I just be happy? You don't let yourself to be happy.